Hi everyone, in today's video we're going to be looking at blackberries as a weed in Victoria. Blackberries can be a pretty serious weed and they're found almost everywhere, perhaps even including your backyard. First up today we're going to be looking at how we can identify a blackberry bush by looking at their leaves, fruits and flowers. The leaves are usually dark green on top and light green on the bottom and have very rough, prickly edges. The fruits are usually 1 to 3 centimeters in diameter and the colors change from green to red to black as they ripen. It's important to note that while blackberries are edible, you should never eat ones that you find in the wild, because as we'll find out later, a lot have been treated with herbicides and other poisons. The flowers are usually white or pink and appear from November to February. They're usually 2 to 3 centimeters in diameter. So where did these blackberries come from? The European blackberry was first introduced to Australia in the 1830s. They were introduced so that early settlers could grow hedges and use the fruit for jams and pies. In 1851, a Victorian botanist suggested that blackberry bushes could be used to control soil erosion, especially along riverbanks. After this, it didn't take long for the blackberry to be recognised as a serious weed, and it was officially declared a weed in all of Victoria in 1908. So what makes it a weed? Blackberries provide a food source for pest species such as foxes and rabbits, and once these blackberries are digested, new plants can sprout from the animal's droppings. They tend to outcompete native vegetation by being dense and not letting any light reach the soil's surface, and so not letting any natives sprout. They spread quite quickly. Shoots can branch off the main plant to start the growth of a new shrub up to 3 meters away. These new plants can then create new plant shoots within their first 18 months of growth. Blackberries often find gaps in native vegetation and then spread to take over the area. So what impact can this have on agriculture? Well, the plant's prickles make it really hard for animals, including humans, to navigate around them. It also means that very few animals will willingly eat it. Blackberry bushes can also be seen as a fire hazard, and during some times of the year the bush mostly dies off to leave dry, woody material that easily burns. Its thick shrubbery often is home to many pests such as rabbits, foxes and some birds. So from the video, we're able to see that farmers have different methods of trying to cope with blackberry bushes, including mulching and spraying with herbicides. While it would be almost impossible to fully eradicate blackberries from Victoria, there's some new ways of trying to deal with them, including biological control. A new disease called blackberry leaf rust is being released, and it's a good option because it only targets European species and not native species like the Australian blackberry. It's been estimated that blackberry bushes can cost Victorians up to $100 million each year in control and lost production. So wouldn't it just be easier if they weren't introduced in the first place? Prevention is key when it comes to protecting Australia's wildlife from invasive species. You can help at home by making sure you remove any potential weedy plants, disposing of garden waste properly, and choosing plants that are native to the area that you live in. And always remember not to bring any plant or animal material back from overseas.